Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Pharmacy Tech Love. This is where you're learning everything that you need to know about how to be a pharmacy technician. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pharmacy Tech Love. If this is your first time visiting my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell to make sure that you receive all of my notifications. So what we're doing today is we are going to be discussing controlled substances. There are 5 classes of controlled substances. I know that you don't know what's in each class, but one thing that I do want you to know is the higher you get up the number of classes, the lower the abuse for the medication is. Let me just say that, the lower the abuse, because that is actually very true. So how has everybody been doing? I hope everyone is doing well. If you're wanting to become a certified pharmacy technician, I've partnered up with a company named Pharmacy Tech Lessons. I will leave the link down in the comments. I'll also leave it in the description as well. They are a very good team. I've been with them, I think almost 2 years. I think I told you guys 2 years, but it's been almost 2 years that I've been with them. I'm very happy with the company. It really all depends on you, on how fast you want to become certified. If you're an easy learner, then you can get done with this in 8 weeks. If it takes you a little while, then it takes you a little while. It's okay. There's no big rush, because pharmacy jobs, pharmacy tech jobs are always going to be there. There are always people moving out of town. There are always people moving in town, which would be possibly you. So just go after the program if that's something that you really want to do, or if you're wanting to find a job that at least makes at least $15 to $20 an hour starting out, just depending on where you move to. Of course, everything depends on where you move to. And also, whatever state that you work in, before you apply for the program, make sure that you actually need the certification for that reason in your state. So just make sure that you know that beforehand. So let's get into the controlled substances. Okay, Schedule 1 or C1, they have the high potential for abuse, and these drugs are illegal. I did have to do a little research because I do have a lot of students that ask me, are these medications prescribed? And no, they are not prescribed. No Schedule 1s can be legally prescribed to anyone. I used to think that they could be prescribed if you were possibly in rehab, but I would like to know myself what medications they're using in order to get a crack addict off of crack, or someone that's addicted to marijuana, to wean them off. But officially, from what the information that I've gathered, a prescription for these medications, of course, cannot be written. Okay, let's talk about what Schedule 1 drugs are. We have heroin on the list. We have marijuana, which I did do some research about that. A lot of people are wanting to know, why is marijuana on the list? And it is legal in some states. I just don't understand that. We also have ecstasy on the list, crack cocaine, LSD, and also PCP on the list. So any of these are going to be considered as a Schedule 1 or a C1 medication, which is a controlled substance. This is actually the highest one. So we're going to go through Schedule 2 through Schedule 5. Okay, so now let's talk about the Schedule 2s, or can also be classified as a C2. This also has the high potential for abuse. These are high potential abuse medications. These can lead to psychological and physical dependence. So let's talk about a couple of those. We have the majority of these that I have written down are actually for pain. So we have hydromorphone, oxycodone, morphine, fentanyl. I actually watched a documentary on fentanyl. I didn't realize there was such a big war on fentanyl. We also have meperidine and hydrocodone. So these are our Schedule 2s or our C2 classified medications. So let's move on to the Schedule 3s. Okay, let's talk about the Schedule 3s. The Schedule 3s or the C3s, this is the symbol, that's the reason why I'm writing this. These medications have moderate to low potential for abuse. So they're less likely to become addictive, but they still can be. Okay, so let's talk about some of those. We have ketamine, we have Tylenol with codeine, so that codeine makes it the Schedule 3. We have testosterone. I did try to look up some anabolic steroids, but it always sent me right back to testosterone when I did a little bit of research. And then we also have barbiturates. What barbiturates are they are sedatives or they are hypnotic medications. If you want to look up a few more, I really couldn't find a lot on the Schedule 3s. So far we went through 1, 2, and 3. Me and my class, we actually talked about this tonight. I think it was, yeah, we went over some schedules tonight. So I'm really making this video for them. So if you don't know these and you're studying these, make sure you jot these down. Make sure you rewind the video and catch up on this. So let's talk about 4 through 5 and we'll get right into it. Okay, these are going to be the Schedule 4 drugs. The Schedule 4 drugs, if you don't know how to read Roman numerals, whenever you have a smaller number in front of a larger number, you are going to subtract. I actually need to teach you guys Roman numerals. So 1 minus 5 would be 4. So the symbol for controlled substance 4 would be C-IV4. Excuse me, IV. These have a low potential for abuse. So let's list a couple of these. The majority of these are going to be anti-anxiety medications. So there's going to be diazepam, zolpidem, well, which zolpidem is for sleep, which is Ambien. Then we have alprazolam, we have temazepam, which I've taken temazepam before, and it gave me hives. I'm not sure what was up with that. I've also taken Ambien before, and that's another story. If you want to hear that, I'll tell it to my class every time. Then we have clonazepam, and then we have, which I rarely ever see this one. This is why I put this one in here. This is triazolam. So these are all anti-anxiety medications. Not really sure about this one. I can always research this one, but I'm sure that's what it's for since it has the lamb at the end. The rest of these have the PAM at the end, meaning they are anti-anxiety medications. So let's get into the Schedule 5, and that is actually our last one. Okay, we are on our last one, which is our Schedule 5. That's what that V stands for. When I was young, we used to have a grandfather clock in my home. So that's kind of the reason why I know all these schedule Roman numerals. I mean, it just brings back so many memories when I see that. Anywho, so that's a C-V, which represents the 5. These medications have a low potential for abuse. They are mostly used for analgesics, antitussives, and antidiarrheals. So let's go through a couple of these. One is pregabalin, which is Lyrica. You have lacosamide, diphenhydramine with atropine, and then guaifenesin with codeine. So this is just to name a few. There were a few more that I could have written down, but not a lot as far as the C5 medications. And another one, Gabapentin, was also added, I believe, in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's when they added Gabapentin to the list as far as controlled substances, which is also for nerve pain. Well, you guys have a great night. I will see you soon. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share my videos, and I'll see you next time.